What's good, guys? It's your boy Hood Money AI, and welcome back to my channel. As y'all can tell by the title of the video, let's talk about the banks. Now, guys, banks is a quick come up. Now, the difference between banks and CCs is banks, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot more money to be made with banks, but it requires a lot more steps. All this is for educational entertainment purposes only, obviously. So with a CC, bro, everything is kind of not basic, but everything's kind of the same. You get the card, you put it on a site, hopefully it goes through, hopefully it don't go through. But with banks, there's literally steps you need to take for this shit to work, and it still might not work. But if you do the right steps, it'll work. Now I'm gonna break down how these scammers are making thousands of dollars with banks. I'm not promoting this. Do not do any of this. It'll get you locked up. You feel me? We do not promote no illegal activities. By the way, guys, if y'all need any methods, tap into my Telegram, join my private group, get methods, get the Bible, get a one-on-one phone call, whatever. Let's get right into it. So, first things first, we're going to talk about the checks. Now, if you have a bank account, you could order checks. Literally, simple as that. If you have a bank account, you could order checks. Now, before, you could really, motherfuckers, these scammers could write up a check easy. You just order checks or you get a printer, you cook up your own checks, and blase, that shit goes through. But now, the game is kind of more advanced. So you need bank issued checks or government issued checks. Literally, one of the two. Bank issued checks or government issued checks. I'm not going to lie. Some people would really go and work at the post office just to steal checks, literally. Now, there's two ways of doing it. One is stealing the checks. Another way is opening up an account and just ordering the checks. Now, we're going to talk about both and, break it down. So, first things first. Y'all ever see them videos of people beating up mailmans or people, trying to get the key from a mailman, whatever, bro. Basically, what they're doing is they're trying to get the keys to, what's them called? Y'all know them post boxes? They be blue, and you could just put a mail in there, and the post office will come get it. They be trying to get those keys to open them bitches up. Or they be trying to get keys to open up apartment. Because the mailman, they have keys to open up any mailbox in the city for real. You feel me? So they will stick out a business place somewhere that does a lot of business. They'll be like, all right, they must get checks. Now we need the keys. Beat up a mailman, take the keys. Or they'll just beat up the mailman and just for the checks he has on him. Literally. They'll get checks by any means necessary. Or I know some people that really work at the post office just to steal checks. And I'm not even lying. Work at the post office just to steal checks. Gangster. So, what do? Once they get these checks, this method is meticulous. They basically scribble the name out. Yes, you heard it right. They scribble the name out. They get some type of I'm not gonna give all the step by steps. You feel me? If y'all need this method, make sure to tap into my Telegram. Tap in for the method. But basically, they scribble the person's name out, put their name, their amount, and they go cash this bitch. Literally, they go at a check cashing place, cash the check, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like I said, the checks need to be from a verified bank or a government issued check. So it really isn't really depending on the name. It's depending on the type of paper and the print that it's in for the shit to be legit, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I'm a little high right now, so I may not be explaining it right. And way number 2 is literally just ordering checks. What these people are doing is they're stealing other people's checks that they ordered. You feel me? So if you have a bank account, for example, let's say you have Citizens Bank. You open up an account with them, you could literally order checks. They will mail you checks. And with those checks, you could write checks. You feel me? You could write checks for whatever amount. Now, sometimes those checks will bounce, obviously, but if you know, you know. I'm not going to get too much in detail because, like I said, I'm not promoting no illegal activity. Y'all make sure to tap into my Telegram or Instagram. for the step-by-step method. Tap in. There's a lot of great money to be made. I'm not playing. But basically, that's checks, banks in a nutshell. Once you get the checks, you write an amount. 2 bands, 3 bands, 4 bands. Obviously, you need the bread on the back end. If you know, you know. But, and then you go cash that bitch. You will cash that bitch. And it usually goes through. 9 times out of 10, it'll go through. It'll obviously bounce, but it'll go through. But, for example, the checks that are stolen, those checks do not bounce. If you get my drift. So let's say they steal a check for $4,000 from a mailman. They change the name. They put their name. That check will not bounce. That check is gonna go through for $4,000. You get me? If the check is 20 bands, they change the name. That check gonna go through for 20 bands. That's just not gonna bounce. Literally. I feel like I'm saying too much, but y'all make sure to tap into my Telegram. Join my private group, or just get methods from me, guys. Get a private call if you need to make money, all that shit. We're back. 2025 is a year to make fucking money. Literally. Y'all be seeing them people who be like, yo, if you have BOA, if you have Citibank, if you have whatever tap in, I need all banks. That's basically what they do. They're gonna drop a check in your account. You feel me? They cooked up a slip. They either got, a check from a stolen check, or they cooked up a check from an account, blah, 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 and they don't want to drop in their account, obviously. So they drop in other people's accounts, and then y'all finna share the bread. You feel me? If the check is maybe 10 bands, they might give you 2, 3 bands. They keep 7. However y'all, agree. But that's the check method, banks in a nutshell, for real, for real. That's as much I can say without being too federal. If y'all want the step-by-step method on how these scammers really do this and make 10, 20K a month, a week, tap into my Telegram or Instagram. Make sure you're money ready, all that shit. But hope y'all have a good day, an amazing week. Make sure to get money. The year is almost over, guys. No one is coming to change your life. You got to change your life for you. No bullshit. You feel me? Let's get this money. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.